Nigel Farage faces sharp banter from Jim Davidson and Ricky Gervais during live panel show. In a lively and unpredictable moment of British television, Nigel Farage appeared on a live panel discussion alongside comedian Jim Davidson and actor-comedian Ricky Gervais, where an evening billed as a light-hearted conversation about culture and politics quickly turned into an unexpectedly sharp exchange of wit and perspectives. The program, aired on a major UK broadcaster, brought together figures from different corners of public life to discuss the shifting landscape of British identity, free speech, and political polarization. While Farage, the political commentator and former MEP, is no stranger to heated debate, few could have predicted the blend of comedy and critique that would come his way. The segment started with relaxed banter, with Davidson sharing humorous anecdotes about his long career in entertainment, and Gervais weighing in on the role of satire in holding public figures to account. But the mood shifted when the conversation turned to politics, particularly the legacy of Brexit and the role of populism in shaping the UK's current political climate. Jim Davidson, known for his traditionalist and outspoken style, first poked fun at Farage's years in Brussels. "Nigel, you spent more time shouting in the European Parliament than I did on stage at the London Palladium," Davidson joked, earning a laugh from the studio audience. Farage responded with a chuckle and a nod, acknowledging the jab with his trademark resilience. However, the conversation soon turned more pointed. Ricky Gervais, known globally for his unfiltered approach and sharp intellect, questioned Farage on his approach to public discourse. "Do you ever worry that simplifying complex issues into slogans might do more harm than good?" Gervais asked. Farage, unfazed, defended his communication style. "People want plain language, not political waffle. I've always believed in saying it as it is." To this, Gervais quipped, "There's a difference between plain language and just shouting louder than everyone else. Sometimes shouting doesn't make you right, just louder." The audience reacted with a mix of laughter and gasps, highlighting the tension between humor and political critique that ran through the segment. What followed was an animated, yet respectful, exchange where all parties made their points without descending into personal attacks. Davidson, at one point, intervened to lighten the mood. "Look, love him or hate him, Nigel's got thicker skin than a rhino on a sunbed," he said, which Farage again took in stride. Yet despite the jokes, serious themes emerged. Gervais challenged Farage on immigration narratives, arguing that political rhetoric often overshadows the human side of migration. Farage responded by emphasizing the need for border control and economic stability, reinforcing that these topics deserve open conversation without being dismissed as bigotry. The beauty of this interaction was in its format, a collision of humor, ideology, and public scrutiny, all played out in real time. Viewers saw the contrast between Farage's populist framing, Davidson's old-school entertainment bravado, and Gervais's intellectual sarcasm. Commentators have praised the segment for highlighting how diverse voices can engage disagreeing without dehumanizing. Political analyst Laura Peters noted, "It was a masterclass in democratic discourse." The fact that it was also wildly entertaining made it even more effective. Online reactions to the show were swift and varied. On social media, some viewers celebrated the moment as refreshingly honest television, while others saw it as a reminder of the challenges in mixing comedy and politics. One viewer tweeted, "Only in Britain could you get Farage, Davidson, and Gervais on the same stage. It was like watching three completely different movies at once, and it worked." Another user wrote, "Credit to Farage for showing up and not storming off. He took the hits and gave some back. That's how conversations should be." Of course, not everyone agreed. Some critics questioned whether the segment gave too much space to polarizing views, while others felt the comedians were too quick to conflate entertainment with policy expertise. Still, many praised the format as a sign of what British media can do when it balances openness with accountability. No censorship, no shouting matches, just a spirited, at times humorous, confrontation of ideas. At the end of the show, all three participants shook hands, with Farage thanking the hosts and saying, "We need more of this. Talking with people who disagree with you is far more useful than speaking to a room full of nodding heads." In a media environment often dominated by echo chambers and scripted narratives, this segment offered something rare: spontaneous, challenging, and thought-provoking conversation. Whether you agreed with Farage, laughed with Gervais, or nodded along with Davidson, one thing is clear: the future of public discourse depends on our ability to engage across divides. What do you think? Did this panel strike the right balance between comedy and commentary? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you value honest, respectful debate on the issues shaping our world, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Stay informed, stay curious, and let's keep the conversation going.